All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Ash.
All right, your brother Tazawan.
We got the bishop here from Atlanta. And, we're just going to do a quick video, Lord's will, is edifying to the hopeful elect, about the current events of what's leading to the mark of the beast, all right, which is the RFID microchip, which we've been saying this was going to happen, that the money would go digital, something would happen. And we've been saying this way before this was even in the talks.
Yeah.
Before, there was no CBDCs. There was no, and none of this that you see going on right now. But now here's this website called, this on Crypto News, it says, FedNow program aims to introduce fully digital U.S. currency. And let me just play this quick little video. I'll put the article in the description box, Lord, as well. But actually, let me get the Revelation 13 first. Even though we've read it, beat it over the head like a nail.
Yeah.
But we're gonna read it again. All right, Revelation 13:16. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So the scripture specifically points that the mark of the beast going to be specifically tied to buying and selling, which is commerce, trading, how the world goes round, so to say. And so what you got to ask yourself, what does the world use for that? Well, they use the money system.
Right. They
use currency, which is what is the currency of the world right now? Used to be is currently is being destroyed is the U.S. dollar. And now that's going digital. All these other nations making digital currency, so it's clearly this got to be linked to the mark of the beast.
And if I may add to what you just said, one of the elite international bankers made a quote, and he said, "Give me control of the money. I care not who make the laws." Mm-hmm. So it goes to show you that money rules the world. Currency, and what they're doing is they're making one particular currency obsolete. And they're establishing another currency through what? Through a digital bank. So by establishing that currency through a digital bank, it'll be easy to transition everything to that MOTB, okay, which we call it, that little rice implant. Mm-hmm. Okay, just to be witty with our words. So we see that the transition is upon us, man. You got these top digital gurus and app gurus that deal with financial trading. They getting killed. So why is this happening? Why is these CEOs of these top Cash App and Bitcoin and these different things, why are they dying? Because the international bankers are getting ready to transition everything over so it can be housed on a digital platform.
Yeah, so let me play a little bit. I'm not going to play the whole video, but I'll play a couple minutes of it.
You'll be able to tell your kids about how the U.S. dollar was once the strongest currency in the world, and you were there to watch it fall into ruin.
And I don't know if it's on this video, but I heard it somewhere. Somebody was going into it that China and Russia just signed like 16 documents, and one of the main ones was for them to start using different money to buy oil. And Saudi Arabia's down with it, Iran's down with it. So the American dollar's finished, man. It's just only a matter of time before all these economies are going to collapse overnight.
That's right. That's right.
Ruin. You'll be able to explain to your kids that it was self-inflicted, how arrogance, greed, and bullying led to the collapse. We'll get to that part of the story in a minute. But first, you'll also be able to tell your kids that you were there when they took away paper dollars and coins in favor of a U.S. digital currency. And you'll be correct, because in fewer than 24 hours, the United States dollar changes forever. Tomorrow, the first week of April, the Federal Reserve begins the rollout of their new central bank digital.
And this is we're in this today. I'm not sure when this was written or the video was posted, but or the article was from the 3rd. But today's the 7th, and this is the first week of the rollout.
Right.
And they said it's gonna be. They're trying to have it full blown by July. Mm-hmm. So hey. It's June.
Yeah, right.
Big things are coming in these next weeks, man.
That's right, bro.
And this man-made famines are coming. Things are about to get tough, and people don't even know it. You people are about to become extremely poor overnight.
Yep.
And you don't even see what's coming. Because once these other nations stop using the money, that's the excuse. That's going to be the excuse. to crash all the economy, or that's the outcome's gonna be to crash all the economies, and then they have the perfect excuse that you need this digital dollar or digital yuan, digital whatever they want to put the fancy name on. It's still the same shit, digital money,
right?
And then you're gonna need ultimately that charagma,
and that's what's happening now. The other nations have pretty much ditched the dollar. Yep. The only ones that still really dealing with the dollar like that is NATO countries.
Yep.
And even those NATO countries, eventually they gonna.
That's part of why they gonna hate the whore.
and that's a part. That's why it's called the mark of the beast. Yep. The beast is not just America. The beast is NATO. Mm-hmm. So all of these NATO operated countries, they're going to implement this CBDC as well, and then they're going to transition everything over to the chip. So this is not just going to be a thing that's going to happen in America. The U.S. dollar is the stronghold for all these NATO countries. Yep. All right, but once that U.S. dollar pretty much is weakened, all of these NATO countries that depend on that dollar is going to go digital. They're going to deal with the chip. All right, and then even when that's implemented, there's going to be friction among the nations with that.
Yep. And this and remember, this is we're pointing. This is just one aspect of the mark, because it's going to be tied to everything.
Yep.
Even though the scripture specifically, this is the key indicator of what it is. The mark's going to be is the buying and selling part of it, but Esau's going to have everything revolve around it.
Yep.
And I got a video on that as well. We'll go ahead.
I got a quick scripture real quick. Yep. Proverbs 8:12. Wisdom dwell with prudence. So the men that you see going into these articles and exploring these articles and using the scriptures to filter out everything that's going on, that's because the men of the Lord are prudent. Okay? We give a diligent search to our going. Like the scriptures say, a prudent man looketh well to what? To his goings. Okay? It says, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. So this is a witty invention. Mm-hmm. Okay? We see what's going on. A lot of people is out here, the dollar is being weakened. Yeah, but you can't tell the people what's coming behind that.
Exactly, yep.
See, we're not only telling you that the dollar is being weakened, we're telling you what they're doing,
and why,
what they're trying to establish, and why they're doing it. Yep. It's for global dominance. It's a birthright thing. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Yep. We just play a little more.
U.S. dollar. That's right. It's called the FedNow program, and it's going to replace your paper currency. Not overnight, but it's moving in that direction. And it will move the United States to a cashless society, a surveillance state where every transaction will be tracked and cataloged, where, as the Fed described...
And that's what Esau wants. He wants to track and closely monitor your every move. All right? That's why the scriptures say that he wants to be as the Most High.
Describes it, money that's in your account can even expire and become unusable. That's right.
So according to the FedNow program, it's going to be the money that you supposedly have is going to be expired. It can expire. It's like a can of tuna. Mm-hmm. So they're pretty much telling you that you got to. They're literally micromanaging it down to the 0.001% of a penny. That's what they're going to be able to, because that's what cryptos, have the ability to do. They don't have to go down to 1 cent. They can go 0.00001%, and you can still have money though in it.
Right.
What's 0.1 of a penny though? So this is again programmable money.
That's right. Just like that Red Lobster gift card that you never used. One day you go and try to buy some popcorn shrimp and some Cheddar Bay biscuits, and the gift card doesn't even work anymore. Gone. You can read how the Fed plans to use the expiring money right on the Fed's website. China's already doing it. We already have a template for it. And many U.S. government...
Yeah, so this is going to happen worldwide, all right? Because China's been doing it. They've done the test runs, Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Yep. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which you're going to have to... Look, you ain't going to be able to use no money. They're telling you what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So if you don't comply with this new system, then you're going to be locked out of the grid, so to say.
And if I may add, the reason why the scriptures describe it as the hour of temptation is because it's going to be a moment of desperation that we're all going to face, because we're used to this regular way of buy, selling, and trading. This is a common way. This is a normal way for all of us. You could just go to a gas station, hand them a paper dollar, or make a digital transaction from your card, get gas, and move on about your way. But then it's going to come a point in time where all of those normal things that you're used to, that we take for granted, You know, even, you know, just the simple fact of having lights and all the things that we take for granted, it's not going to be accessible. So there's going to be a level of temptation that we're going to feel to retrieve those different desires that we once had. But we got to what? We got to resist. Okay, that's why it's known as an hour of temptation, because when we get into that part of life, taking a chip is forbidden. Okay? It's forbidden by Yahweh Bashim Shai. It ain't no compromising it, man. So we're going to be like, man, we need this, we need that. You know, you're going to have those thoughts. Man, we need water, we need food, we need this, we need that. And then you're going to feel those tempting moments. But guess what? The Lord is going to what? He's going to give you the spirit to resist those temptations. Now, those of these people that's already a part of Babylon spiritually, that trust in the shadow of Egypt, okay, that go down to Egypt for help, okay, they take a covering of Egypt, but not of the Lord. They already chip ready. They already chip ready. All right, but the men of the Lord and the women who Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to have mercy with, the Lord is already putting the spirit in them right now, hardwiring them to resist that hour of temptation. But it is going to be tempting nonetheless.
Yep, it's going to be enticing, because you're not going to be cut off completely from society, from life. You're not going to be able to go pay for water to take a shower. You're not going to be able to do none of that. No electricity, nothing. That's why the scriptures say we're going to be as pilgrims on the earth. You ain't going to be able to just chill in the house in the AC. But let me read that in the NLT. It says, because you have obeyed my command to preserve, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. So the whole world is about to be tested. All right. You keep going on this.
Museums, national parks, historical sites are no longer accepting paper dollars. Many of you have emailed me about this. You've tried to...
Yeah, people used to laugh at us when we used to, back in 2016, 2017, I remember people used to laugh at us when we tell them it's going to be a cashless society. People would laugh. And now, I guarantee you, they thinking about us right now.
Absolutely.
So looking at the news like, shit.
Right. Tried to go and actually use dollars at different locations? Sorry, we don't accept cash. Want to go visit the Wright Brothers Museum? Don't bring cash. You'll have to use digital currency. Want to go to Smithsonian? Sorry, no cash. How about Mount Rainier National Park? Sorry, no cash allowed. We only accept digital. And many American businesses have already gone cashless as well. They'll pretend it's all about convenience, but really, you know, it's all about control. The brilliant Catherine Austin.
Yep, it's about control. See, it goes deeper than what people can perceive. Okay, they already have control.
Exactly.
So what more control are they trying to gain? See, people don't. They want your soul. They want that birthright. Okay, that's what majority of the people don't understand. The reasoning why they're doing this. They may give you some clues as to why they're going to make these changes, but they're not giving you the reason. All right, we know the reason why Esau is going above and beyond to establish this, because of the birthright. They understand that the Most High is getting ready to send back his only begotten son. Okay, so they want to have everything on gridlock when he makes his appearance. That's what majority of these people out here can't tell you. All right, they'll tell you that, yeah, you know, it's microchip. They'll tell you this and they'll tell you that. But they're not going to link that with Esau. Okay, and tell you why he's going to implement a microchip. He's going to implement the microchip because the children of Israel have inherited the birthright of the Most High. Okay, and they're going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. So Esau don't want to relinquish the children of Israel to the Most High. So they're trying to get everything hook, line, and sink. So when the Lord makes his appearance, he'll fight back, or he'll just be able to accuse the Israelites and say that they took the chip.
That's why he wants you to go out the same way he went out for his blessing. He wants you to just give it away, you know. And that's what you're going to give it away by receiving his mark, worshiping the beast, his image, and receiving his mark.
That's right.
You got some?
Yeah, I got a scripture.
All right, go ahead.
Real quick, 2 Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You know, and what are his devices, man? One of those devices being witchcraft, okay, sorcery, you know, these genetically modified organisms that we eating on a daily basis, you know, the poisoning of the air, the poisoning of the water, okay, all of this left-hand energy, subconscious energy that they put in the music, are the different vibrations. And then another one of his devices is what? Is this MOTB, okay? And he's conditioning the people through taking that, through what? through the phone. That's why right now you could tap your phone and you could tap your card and you could send transactions easily from one part of the earth to another part of the earth without no hindrances. So that's already a preconditioning method to get you to receive that MOTB through convenience. So that's one of his devices that he's using.
And that's part of his deception, because he's going to deceive many. Scriptures say that those that he deceived.
Yep.
You know, so he and that convenience is a deception, because it's really to more control. It's for your convenience, but it's for his control.
It's for his control. Yep. So convenience is all because when you become so locked into a society where everything is convenient, all they have to do is take away those conveniences and then reissue those conveniences through another method, and you'll just take it.
Yeah, you'll think it's liberty. Yes,
you want your shit back.
Yep. I want my rights. Let me play a little more of this.
Austin Fitts recently described what going cashless would do to all of us.
Oh, come on.
First, I decided to go sophisticated for today's video. I could have kept
a little too far.
You know, it's all about control. The brilliant Catherine Austin Fitts recently described what going cashless would do to all of us.
The reality, as the financial system gets more controlling and more invasive.
That looks like a damn tranny right there. I don't know, Catherine, that's a nigga.
Right.
It's a little bit like bringing up a corral around us, and CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and vaccine passports or digital IDs are...
See that? She just lumped it all up into one. CBDCs, digital passports. What else she said? I went too far.
With financial transaction freedom, and we don't understand. It's a little bit like bringing up a corral around us, and CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, and vaccine passports or digital IDs are sort of the last.
CBDCs, digital passports, and the V cards.
Yep.
So it's all. How are they gonna all tie that together? Well, all that's gonna be centered around your digital dollar. It's like right with your social credit, your carbon footprint. All that's gonna be tied together through this digital dollar. But how are they gonna access all of it? Through the mark.
Yep.
That's how it's going to be accessible.
All of that information is going to be stored on that mark, and you're going to be able to transfer all of that information onto that device.
So it all the things she just named, it all ties back to the dollar, which what is the mark of the beast about? Buying and selling.
Yeah, because that's what it's about. Like, let's say you want to go to the doctor, and they say, "Hey, do you have your did you get vaccinated? Did you have your vaccine?"
Yep.
All right, well, let me scan to see if you got vaccinated. Boop. Okay, everything comes back clear.
Yep.
All right, your payment is going to be $685. All right, boop. Everything is going to be stored on that device, but it's going to be housed on a platform to where it can be transitioned from one point to another. Yep. So you got to understand what Esau is doing. Yep. We already got a digital wallet. You know, you got what?
The cloud.
You got Google Pay. You got Apple Pay. On Apple Pay, you just have all your debit cards on your phone. And then whichever one of the debit cards you want to use, you just click it, or you click on the debit card, and then you just pay it. You know, if you look at, I can't show you my phone. If you look at my phone, I got 5 different cards on my Apple Pay. You just click on whatever card and pay it.
Convenience.
If
you forgot your wallet, there's no problem.
Yep.
And it's at this point. Well, I'm gonna bring the video after this, but it's at the point where they'll just be able to deduct money from you automatically because all the smart technology around you and cameras and facial recognition and now if you're the next piece of the puzzle for the Internet of Things, they'll just be able to keep scanning you 24/7 because you're always around a smart device. And if you fuck up or if you pick something up, do something, litter, whatever the case may be, they could just automatically deduct it. The AI, the artificial intelligence, or the autonomous intelligence is going to be watching your every move and charge you for everything you do. You flushed the toilet one too many times, we got to add you a tax. So this is all centered around the mark, man, clearly.
Last shutting of the gate.
And that's like the script brother just read, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We see, he would have deceived even the very elect if it were all possible. But we see through the bullshit. Everybody else they know something's coming, but they don't know what really is coming.
Yeah, that's right.
All this is about to lead to the end of the world. Okay,
right.
People don't understand what's happening. This is the Lord about to return. These are the final pieces of the puzzle. And this devil about to come down with great wrath, and he's going to do it with this digital dollar, man. He's going to put the squeeze on you people here in America and around the world, but you Americans are clueless to what's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the doomsday preppers and the gun-toting Edomites. They know, they see something coming, but they still don't really know. You know?
It's hard for many people to imagine the risks here because we're so used to living with financial transaction freedom. And we don't understand that when this gate closes on us, we literally will be sitting in a system where the central banks believe that our assets belong to them and they can dictate where we can spend money and what we can spend money on.
It's frightening, and she's 100%
That's
correct.
pretty much it, on that video. So that's what they want, man. What's that saying? You will have nothing and be happy or something like that. Yeah. So this is what's coming, man. But let me just play this last clip and then we'll wrap it up here. We got this clip here.
You need to be aware of that. If you don't want that,
Start it over. So this is a guy from talking about what's been going on in China, and this is a couple years old. So how much more now that is actually happening, where they're talking about social credit score, and it's going to be linked to this digital dollar or digital currency.
Yep.
is a social credit score system. If you go to China, they're piloting it a few years ago in Shenzhen. So I lived overseas. If you go to Shenzhen, back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. So if you jaywalked in Shenzhen, they would immediately detect that and send you a notification, and they would deduct money from your what.
How much easier would it be if everybody had a chip?
Right.
You know, to detect who it is. Because what if you're wearing a mask? Facial recognition only goes so far.
Mm-hmm.
But the chip can be scanned by somebody walk by with a smartphone, they just scan your chip. You know, whether you know it or not, whether the phone alerts you of it or not, but it's all communicating with each other.
A WeChat account. They use two main apps, WeChat and Alipay. So you can actually deduct your money directly from your account. This is 4 years ago, so this is not like some sort of conspiracy theory. It's not something that's going to happen 10 years into the future. This happened pre-corona in China. And so this system in China that exists is extremely advanced. They can detect if it's a man or a woman. They can guess your age. They can detect what kind of car model it is, who the manufacturer is. This is a sort of technology that we see in all these dystopian sort of films and whatever. And people keep putting it off and thinking that this is something that's going to happen later in my kid's lifetime or my grandkids. It's already here. And if this gets implemented anywhere, especially in a Western nation, it's not going away. And they're going to ask if you're gay. They're going to be asking if you ate 3 pizzas this week because it's unhealthy. If you buy certain books in certain countries, your country doesn't like you, will lose points in the social credit score system. So this is already the reality of the world in certain places, and we need to be aware of that if you don't want that or if we do.
Well, then that's the market, or that's the beast system right there for you. Yep. So there's no way around it unless you serve the Lord, you know. Unless you obey Yahweh Shem outside, you're going to be taken by the wrath of the beast.
Yep. And that deciding factor is when it's implemented. Mm-hmm. That's going to be considered the hour of temptation. Mm-hmm. Because remember, the scripture says what? Let no man say that he is tempted of the Most High. So who's going to be doing the tempting? It's going to be Satan. And if you fall for that temptation, then guess what? Then that's going to be you choosing your side. And once you choose your side, the Lord is going to, bring the judgment. Yep. So the Lord is getting ready to clean the table up, man. All right? And reset it with the elect. But he just using this right here to fully establish who's going to make it and who's not going to make it, man. Okay? Hey, you're going to have some Edomites that ain't even going to take it. But guess what? They're going to get hit with the missiles.
Yep. And like you said, Satan's going to be the one to tempt you. Well, Esau's about to starve people out. And that's the best temptation. When people's hungry, they'll do anything. Just like when your house shy fasted that 40 days, that's when Satan came to him. Mm-hmm. You know? So when your ass is hungry at your lowest point is when Satan does really fuck with you. And then that's when they're going to present the chip. Like, listen, if you don't want to starve no more, come to the local chipping station.
Right.
So, you got anything else?
That's it, bro.
All right. So with that, Lord's will, this was edifying. Going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in true sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.